Hey, so what's going on today? I woke up super early and I made my coffee. I tried to upload a video, but my internet is almost non-existent here. So I'm sorry, my regular 5 a.m. videos are not coming out on time. So I made breakfast and made coffee, and then I found out that we're not going to leave today, that some of the group who've been traveling for a couple of days to meet up with us, they need another day just for resting and, catch up on their stuff. So I decided to cook some more because I have a lot of food. I stocked up on food because we're headed to a lake that probably, it might have a little tiny grocery store with very few things and very high prices. So I stocked up a little, and so I decided to cook because I have it. So let's take a look to see what I'm cooking. So I didn't film the entire thing. Well, one, because it's not really from scratch. And also, I thought I'd have less time to do this. And so what I did was I just cooked up a whole bunch of vegetables that I had. I didn't buy things specifically for this meal, so I like to improvise, So there's broccoli. There's onions, celery, and these are radishes. I know a lot of you probably have never cooked a radish, but cooked radishes are absolutely delicious. You should try it sometime in a stir fry or a soup or chili or anything, really. So I did this sort of backward because it's morning time and sometimes I'm a little backward in the morning. But I cooked all the veggies first, which I really should have cooked the chicken first. But what I did was these are little cans of curry paste from Thailand. Let me show you the paste if you've never seen it before. So this is what the paste looks like. It's, not much to see, but I used a little over half a can of this. And what's in here, this is a Thai curry, not an Indian curry, so it's a little different maybe than what you're used to. There's fresh chili peppers, garlic, ginger, shallot, lemongrass, salt, sweet basil, kaffir lime, sugar, spices, coriander, pepper, cumin, cardamom, turmeric, galango, fresh coriander. Yeah, and so I buy these in, all the ones I had I stocked up on in Chicago at Southeast Asian Market. There's tons of them there in my old neighborhood. And but these are very cheap. These, I used to be able to get these for, I might have paid like 39 cents for them. Now they're more like $1 because it's been several years. And so I take that curry paste and I put it in the pan. I toast it a bit over a medium flame for a few minutes just to bring out some of the flavors. And then I add in coconut cream. This is a small can. I normally use a big can. When you use a big can of this, and you can also use just coconut milk or light coconut milk if you want it less calorie, but it will make it thinner because coconut cream is very thick. But because I only had a small can, I used chicken bone broth. And so cooked all that up until it was somewhat tender. And then I pulled it out because I didn't want it to get overcooked. Like I said, I did this backward. And then I left a lot of the sauce in the pan, and I sliced up some chicken thighs. But you could certainly use any part of the chicken you wanted to. I've used drums and breast and any part. You could also use other kinds of meat if you want. I usually just do chicken, or I do vegetarian occasionally. But in this sauce, I added a little bit of extra ginger because I'm a ginger freak, and some extra garlic, again because I'm kind of a garlic freak. And actually, that's about cooked. I just turned off the flame. So now I'm just going to incorporate the vegetables back into the mixture. They're still fairly warm because I cooked them recently, and and you can certainly serve that over rice or cauliflower rice. I won't be doing that today. I'll be treating it more kind of like a soup. I'm doing a low carb thing and it's working out pretty well for me. I'm feeling good. I fit into my bathing suit again. I was trying to wear my bathing suit before and the Velcro was popping open in the front, and that's not a good look for me. So it's working out well, and I've lost a few pounds and I can fit into my bathing suit again. I wore it yesterday. Because this is going to be very spicy, I'm going to put some green onions on the top. Well, one, because I just love green onions, but also it just, you know, maybe takes away a little bit of the heat because they're, you know, cold and whatever. And then I'm going to add some avocado on the top too. I don't want to cook the avocado. I don't like warm avocado, but right before I serve it, I'm going to just chop up this whole baby and I'm going to eat this right with the curry. And, you know, it's an unconventional way to do it, I think. Maybe unconventional ingredients with the radish and the avocado. But, you know me, I like to use what I have, and it always turns out good. So I'm not afraid to take some risks like that. I think that it'll go well, and I'll report back, let you know. So here it is incorporated together, the chicken and the vegetables. Looks pretty good, huh? It certainly would be delicious over a bed of rice. And if I was at my goal weight, I would definitely eat it with rice too. But I'm not there yet. Oh, you know, and I forgot something. I'm going to add, because I have it, I was going to use it with something else. I'm going to add cilantro to the top. I think cilantro or even basil goes really well with curries. Specifically Thai curries. Just yummy. Adds a herbaceous complexity, and again, kind of counteracts the extreme spiciness of it too. Counterbalances it, I guess. And yeah, so I'm gonna put a whole bunch of cilantro on the top. Yum. So I tried that curry and it was really spicy. Spicier than I thought it was gonna be. Do I have some on my mustache? So I'm trying to figure out, you know, like the avocado and the green onion will help a little bit to cut all that heat. I like the heat, but it's like burning. It tastes like burning. So I remembered that I have a canary melon? No. This is a spaghetti squash. Have you ever had one? It's delicious. And it's low carb. And it's very versatile. It's really delicious. Use it just like you would pasta. You know, you could serve it with a red sauce. You could serve it with any other sauce. I'm gonna use it in place of rice. So why not? This is something that I've loved since my childhood. This is something my mother always made for us when we were kids, and I still love it today. So I'll show you how to deal with this thing. You know, it's kind of heavy. It's dense, it's hard, it weighs quite a bit for such a little thing. Typically, you would roast this in an oven, or bake it in the oven. I don't have an oven, and so I'm going to attempt to cook this on the stovetop in some boiling water, and that's how it turns out. So let's see, to process this baby, I believe first, it's been a while since I've done this. First I'm going to cut off the ends. It is a challenge to cut these. They are quite dense, like I said. Actually, I'm just going to cut off the one end and then I'm going to cut it lengthwise. There we go. So that's kind of weird looking. It's just like a pumpkin though. And you would treat it just like any other squash or pumpkin. You would just scrape those seeds out. all clean. All right, so I'm gonna cut this up into manageable pieces. This will, well, it may fit in my pot, but I'd rather have it kind of a bit smaller. Easier to deal with. So I cut each side into quarters. The only thing about doing it this way, when you cut the long piece in half like this, it's going to give you shorter pieces of the spaghetti squash. If you were to keep this one long piece and not cut it in half, it would give you much longer strands of spaghetti squash. So it's up to you. I don't really care. So these pieces are going to go into a boiling pot of water with a little bit of sea salt. I'm just going to put those 4 pieces of the spaghetti squash for now in the water. The rest of it I'm going to save and probably cook tomorrow or the next day. Yeah, and I think it's going to take a while for this to cook in the boiling water. I don't know, I'm going to come back and check probably in 20 minutes, see how it's doing. Okay, so I'm checking it after about 20 minutes, maybe a little more than 20 minutes. And it looks like it's almost done. It's a little too firm still. You want it to be to start coming apart pretty easily, and so I think it probably has 5 more minutes, maybe 10. Cover that up. So just a few little facts about spaghetti squash. It originated in China, and in 1921 they brought it to Japan. 15 years after that they brought it to the United States, so it hasn't really been in this country all that long. So spaghetti squash is really high in B vitamins and also minerals like potassium and zinc and manganese and calcium, but also surprisingly it's rich in omega-3 fatty acids. I had no idea. And it's also high in antioxidants, so it's really a no-brainer. Just stop eating pasta and start eating spaghetti squash. Okay, so now that the spaghetti squash is cooked and cooled down, I'm just going to scrape it with a fork. And can you see that? It comes apart in shreds. Kind of similar to pasta or spaghetti. Ta-da! And look, even Moo wants some. Hi, Moo. Her uncle's watching her while her mommy is shopping. So there it is. I topped it with a little cilantro and some avocado. And down below is the spaghetti squash. See it down there? And then look at all these leftovers I have. So that was still quite spicy, but the additions of the avocado and the cilantro and the spaghetti squash really kind of tamed it down a bit, but still delicious and spicy. So, yum. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you later.